at freeballedanceclasses.com. As we are doing our series of videos about sword, I wanted to show you this move that's kind of maybe a little bit more advanced for some of you. So make sure you master some of the basic moves that you can do while balancing the sword first. You attempt this one. And what we're going to be doing here is actually balancing the sword on our hip, okay? And then we're going to try to move around with it, okay? So basically, to kind of start this move, one of the good ways I like personally to start is kind of like going up first, and then you want to really do this when the music slows down a lot. You don't want the music to be fast. First of all the music that you use for sword dancing should be slow anyways, but for this specific move, it has to be a lot slower, okay? So like when you have that one part of the song that's like really, really slow, this is a good time to do this move. So basically what you do is you kind of bring it up, and then when the music starts to slow down, you start to bring that sword down as you push the hip forward. As you can see, I'm pushing the hip forward as I'm bringing the sword down, and kind of bring it down straight to your hip bone. You want it above your hip bone, just slightly. So the way I want you to really watch my hands here, what they're doing. So as I bring it down to put it on my hips, see how I'm holding the sword like this? So now why I find a good balancing spot like this, I'm not probably sure yet that it's balanced, but what I'll do is I'll remove my left hand here and then bring it to the top just nicely like that, and other side, and then really make sure my sword is balanced from here, okay? And once you figure out it's really balanced, let the arms go, hold it just right here nice and slow, do some snake arms, and then from here is where we're going to start moving, okay? So the way we're going to be moving is basically pivoting on the foot that's in the back, okay? And then the foot that's in the front is going to be taking little steps around. So the right foot is going to pivot, let me just show you here, without the sword first. So the right foot, so basically you're in this position right here. And I want you to practice actually this without even using the sword first, just so you can get a good feel of what the footwork looks like. So all my weight now is in the back. I'm holding the front with just my toe so I can move the front foot easily. And I'm going to pivot on the back. Now the way you pivot on the back is basically by keeping the heel down all the time. You're kind of moving like this. Hopefully you guys can see my foot here. But basically what I'm doing is I'm keeping the heel down and just basically lifting the toes so I can move. And that will rotate my body, and then I will take that step, okay? And then same thing as I keep going around. So just pivot on the heel, lifting the toe, make sure your body pivots, and then take a step. So what this will do is it will keep your body stable, okay? Now, because you have the sword on the hip, obviously you can't be straight. You have to be leaning back a little bit. So lean back as you practice it without the sword. Open the arms and relax. Now the sword is right here. So make sure that the arms are a little bit higher. You don't want the arms down because you're going to hit the sword. So keep the arms up and just kind of pivot and step. Pivot, step, pivot, step. And you really want to do it slowly, 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 without rocking your body at all. You don't want to be moving anything that's not necessary to move. So keep the movement in the lower body as much as possible, in the feet as much as possible, okay? Now, as you're doing this movement, you want to make sure that you don't look like you're scared, you know, with your arm just kind of holding like that as you're pivoting. You want to make sure that you look relaxed, and one way to do that is simply by kind of undulating the hands as you're lifting your arms up. Yeah, just these beans. So here we go. I'll try it with you guys. So lean back a little bit, put all the weight on the back foot, and then toe here. The sword is right here. The arms are up a little higher, and we're just going to kind of keep a certain nice undulated movement in the hand as we pivot around. Okay? So that's basically what the move is. Now, it takes a lot of practice to master it. You got to find exactly which spots on your hip your sword will usually balance very well, and make sure you go straight for it. And then the stability factor, it could change any time, as you know. You know, you could be a master at this move, and yet you could still lose your balance some days. So practice is key, but be ready, of course, for incidents to happen while you're performing, and then have, obviously, a plan B, which is usually just grab your sword nicely and comfortably without making it look like a mistake. Make it always look like it's part of the dance. So I'm going to try to put the whole move together for you. So I'm bringing it up, and then slowly bring it down to my hip. And as I said, bring one hand up, nice and slow, because remember, this is a slow part of your song. Okay, and then the other hand, kind of make sure it's nicely balanced. Bring your hands up, hold it, and just gonna do some wavy hands right here. And then from there, start to pivot around and around. And as you can see, I'm doing it really slowly. You don't want to do this fast. And you can do it as many times as you feel comfortable. But for the sake of the performance, you know, you don't want to do it too many times. I usually would do it about a couple of times, okay? Now, how to come off of this move? Well, an easy way is basically to kind of bring your hands down, being very careful, and pulling the sword. That's one way. Another way that I personally like, because I bring my weight from the back to the front, is to kind of basically kick my front foot up like that, and then grab. Okay, so you can do it either way you want. You can just do it the easy way. You can do it in a dramatic way that looks, you know, a little bit more confident as you bring it up. So I like that kick as I grab, because it does for me several things. It's a dramatic move, but also, you know, it kind of really helps me shift the weight to the front as I grab my sword. And then the movement is so big with my leg kicking up that it kind of distracts the audience from the sword coming off my hip. Okay, so just kind of like a little bit of a distraction there. That kind of helps, you know, for the overall look of your dancing. Okay, so this is one of the fun moves. This is one definitely your audience would love. Hopefully you give it a shot and practice it. Be careful if you are using the sandpaper, that be gentle, don't move sideways, because you eventually could get a scratch there and you can bleed in the middle of a performance, and it happened to me before. So just be careful, don't move the sword too much, okay? Just be very gentle with it. Lift and drop rather than move sideways or front and back, okay? Enjoy it. I'll see you guys in the next videos on our series of sword belly dancing. Make sure you check out the website for all those videos and subscribe to the YouTube channel. See you next time. Bye-bye.